At this point, I'm speechless because this is powerful. I'm thinking about just what's running through his mind.
My name is Chris Haley, and I'm the director of the study of the legacy of slavery in Maryland. I'm also on the advisory board of the Annapolis Film Festival, and I'm a cousin of Lamin Jatta, and I'm the 8th generation descendant of Kunta Kinte. Well, this is where Kunta Kinte landed on the Lord Ligonier when he was brought over from the Gambia. So we believe this is his initial spot of disembarkation to the United States of America at that time. Lamin and I had been in touch over the years, at least for 2 or 3 years, if not some more, with my father telling me that there is this relative of ours who's from the Gambia who is talking to us, and he wants to have a connection with us. He wants to have a connection with his American cousins. And I told him, I said, well, we're going to have this huge event. It's going to be probably around 4 or 5 days long in Annapolis. And if you're thinking about coming, because I think we had talked about trying to get together at some point, see if you can schedule your trip to be at this time of the year.
And I saw this gentleman out on the steps of Maryland Hall, just looking in that direction, in the direction of Eco Alley. And he says, I need to get downtown. And so then he says, I'm the descendant of Kunta Kinte, and I want to see where he came into Annapolis, essentially. And I said, okay, we need to get a camera and a truck, and we need to go down here. I felt like I was lucky to be there, like it was a special thing.
It was very emotional for him and very surprising for him that so many people were there to sort of help him and sort of help escort, guide, comfort him in this experience. And I think he was definitely very moved and very touched even by the fact that it was a rainy day. I think that meant something to him.
That's my favorite part of the festival, is meeting people and hearing about their stories. It's fascinating. I mean, it's something where you just go year after year and these things will just start to accumulate. You never expect walking into some place for something to happen at first, but then you start to learn, okay, wow, like these small film festivals, and especially how well done Annapolis is, the vibe is really good.
There's a story that everyone who's ever lived, if they breathe, and I heard it specifically in regards to Abraham Lincoln, that if they breathe, there's particles of their oxygen of the air they breathe that's still in the air today. And so I think when he took the water from a city dock and splashed it on his face, in his mind, that's still water. There's still elements of that H2O from when Kunta Kinte was here those over 200 some years ago. And it makes me think about that in his mind there's still, and I think that's really what he was feeling, that there's still some of the water that Kunta Kinte on that ship would have seen, would have felt, would have looked at. Or maybe it splashed on him too, that when he splashed it on his face, there was that connection. So it does make me think about that as I go there, especially as I watched that video again this morning.